morning. Welcome to Yoga Basics. I'm Beth. I've been an instructor at the Indiana County YMCA for over 6 years now, and I teach yoga. I do some subbing for the indoor cycling. I enjoy being at the Y. It's just a wonderful community. I miss everyone. I am so thankful we're able to connect in this way, to still have some classes online. Sometimes people send messages, or a like or something like that when they're watching, and I can't see the screen very well. It's very small, so I can respond afterward, but not during. So whoever's there, hello, welcome. So I did post this, but you might not have seen it. If you do have a chair available, I will suggest using it today. You don't have to. You can also sit on the floor while we're seated, or use the floor or your body, or a block if you have it, for support with standing poses where it might be suggested. So however you do that, whether it's seated on a blanket or blocks, or directly on the mat, or in your chair, come to a seat that's comfortable. And once you're there, really notice the support that's under you. So the contact of sit bones, which is the nice solid base of your pelvis. Doing your best not to rock way forward or rock way back, but come right onto the center. If you're seated in a chair, you can also feel good, strong contact of the feet as well. All right, from all that support, grow the length of your spine any amount more. It can be helpful to think of reaching the center top of your head toward the ceiling, as if you could touch the ceiling with that place. It's not a lift of the chin. The neck is long. If anything, a slight tuck of the chin. All right, keep all that length you've created, and start to notice your breath. And then bring one hand to your low belly, one hand to your upper chest. When we breathe, of course, there's three-dimensional movement in the torso, because we are three-dimensional beings. All right, so the rise and fall, expansion, release happens three-dimensionally, not just in the front, but it's easiest to access awareness in the front. So one hand on low belly, one hand on upper chest. When you begin an inhale, there's a bit of a rise in the belly, as your diaphragm is contracting, moving down. And then the expansion continues, feeling it in the rib cage where the lungs are housed. As the lungs fully expand, feeling that up in the collarbones or above the shoulder blades and back. When you release, with that exhale, all of that softens. Eventually, belly draws in as all the air moves out. So keep your hands in these places. See if you can feel that full yogic breath. Some people find it helpful to think of the torso like a glass that's filling from bottom to top, and the top of the rim of the pelvis, or from the hip points up, and the collarbones are the top part of that glass. So filling from bottom to top, emptying from top to bottom. So just a few more breaths with that strong awareness of that full yogic breath. I keep that going. Bring your hands to rest. And then chin toward chest. Just a chance to find a little more length, stretch sensation in the back of the neck. Then come back up to center, fully upright. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Do your best to keep your chest facing forward, just turning the head. Slowly sweep back to center, gaze forward, and then to the other side. Again, come back through center and to the right. Back through center to the left. And back to center. Bring right ear toward right shoulder. Do your best to keep the shoulders away from the ears. It's more bringing the ear toward the shoulder. I come back to center. Reach out diagonally down toward the floor. Reach into those left fingers. Feel that stretch through your whole arm into your shoulder. And then once again, right ear toward right shoulder. Keep all of that happening, but also turn chin slightly toward chest. All right, release the arm, come back to center with the head. Left ear toward left shoulder. Come back to center. Reach out into those right fingers. And then once again, ear toward shoulder. Feeling that stretch through the fingers, hand, forearm, upper arm, shoulder, side of neck. Keep all of that, chin slightly toward chest. All right, come back to center, release the arm. Rotate hands around wrists. Other direction. Great. Reach up long. So press into your sit bones. If you're seated in a chair, press into the feet. Reach up, lengthen even more. And then hold opposite elbows. Right. Really hug hands onto elbows, as if you were trying to pull the elbows apart from each other, but you're holding them in. And then gently draw the shoulders a little bit away from the ears. Keep all of that. Take a slight side bend to the right. Come back fully upright. Slight side bend to the other side. Come back fully upright and release the arms. Reach up long once again. Exhale, stretch out wide and bring your hands to your heart. On your next inhale, reach out wide first. Reach up, bring palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Reach out wide. Stay here. Stretch into those fingers. Now reach back behind you. If there's a chair, you can hold the sides of the chair seat or the chair back. If not, just interlace the hands if you're seated on the floor. And lift your chest forward and up a little bit. And release your hold. Great. If you're seated, you'll just come to a forward fold, walking the hands forward on the floor. If you're in a chair, take the feet a little bit wider apart, sit back a little bit, and come to a forward fold. Hands can stay on the legs, or you can walk down the legs, maybe bringing the hands to the floor. As much as you can, let the weight of the head go. All right, come back fully upright. Right, keep your chair how it is, or stay seated as you are. I'm going to turn mine just so that you can see what we're doing. And then instead of facing forward, turn so that you're facing the side of your chair rather than the front edge. And you have your side to the back of the chair. If you're seated on the floor, we'll just do a twist in the same direction that we are. So reach up long. And then twist toward your right. If you're in a chair, hold that chair back. If you're on the floor, support yourself on floor and leg. And you can use leverage if you have that chair. Pull toward you with the left hand, push away from you with the right. And we do our best to keep the feet firmly grounded and the knees lined up so our hips are lined up. All right, unwind your twist. Walk your way around to the other side. Again, you don't need to move your chair. Root those feet down, root sit bones down. Reach up long. Then turn to the other side. So now the right hand will be pulling towards you, left hand pushing away. All right, unwind, come back to center. Come very close to the front or to the edge of your chair. Press into your feet and rise up to standing. I just need to look at my screen here. There's some messages. Okay. I was concerned it was something that was going wrong with the video. All right, if you do have a chair, just move it to the front short edge of your mat. If you don't, you do not need to use one. We'll do some sun salutations. And this, many of you potentially do this without any support. So turn toward the front short edge of your mat, whether with a chair or not. I will demonstrate the chair, of course, for those that have one. Right, reach up long, just like you did when you were seated. Now you're standing, extended mountain. After another full breath in, exhale forward, hands to chair seat. Step your left foot forward, your right foot back, come to a lunge. So give yourself a little time here to get knee above ankle, that knee tracking toward your second toe, and back leg as straight and strong as you can. Spine as long as you can. And then come to a plank. So it could be that you're on the floor in a plank, or you might be using that chair seat for support. Nice long line, crown of head to heels. You can hold steady here, or if you'd like, shift forward a little bit, bend your elbows, hug your arms close to your sides, lower. And then come back to your full plank. Keep the toes curled under or come onto the tops of the feet. Either way is great. Lift the chest forward and up. Then recurl the toes. Send the sit bones up and back. So downward dog, whether with the chair or on the floor. All right, make your way to a lunge with the right foot forward. Again, knee above ankle, knee tracking toward that second toe. Back leg straight and strong. Spine long. All right, then make your way to a forward fold. Front foot steps back, back foot steps forward. Lower any amount. Maybe your head rests on the chair seat. Maybe it comes in front of it. Bend the knees, hands to hips, rise up. Great, let's do another one. Reach up. If you'd like, take a little bit of a back bending shape. And then fold forward, hands to support. Step the right foot forward, step the left foot back. Nice long line. Heel through crown of head. Knee right above the ankle, tracking toward those middle toes. Take 2 more full breaths here. All right, then come to plank. Hold steady here, or bend the elbows, arms hugging into sides, keeping the chest open. Lower slowly, any amount. Come back to your full plank. And then either keep the toes caught under or come onto the tops of the feet, send the chest forward and up. And back to downward dog. Step the left foot forward, make your way into a lunge. That nice, safe right angle at the knee. Reach back into that right heel. Come back to your forward fold. Back foot stepping forward, front foot stepping back. Drawing belly to thighs, and then face toward legs. Bend the knees, hands to hips, rise up to standing. Very nice. Move the chair so just the front 2 legs are on the chair seat, so they'll have some stickiness there, but you have more room on your mat. Then come to the center of your mat, facing the long edge. Feet hip joint distance apart. Just for fun, lift your toes and spread them wide apart, and then slowly lower them down, trying to lengthen them as you do. Feel the support in the ball of your foot, so the base of the toes. Some people call it the toe box, the base of the toes and the toes. Light support from the heels. Arches giving us support with a little lift. And just a tiny slight lean forward as if you're leaning into a nice breeze. We do our best not to lock our knees, so maybe a slight bend. Feel all the support in your feet, rooting down strongly. Feel the strength of your legs, length of spine. Just take 2 more breaths in mountain pose. Feel how nicely you're balancing on the earth. So mountain pose, we're always balancing. Right? We just happen to have 2 feet firmly planted right now. Okay. So bring hands to hips. Step the feet wide apart from each other. One way to find a distance that is good for you is ankles and wrists pretty much lined up with each other. You can come there, and then if it's not right, adjust as you need to. And then bring the arms back down. So keep the left foot so the outside edge is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Turn the right toe straight toward that short edge. And then slowly bend the right knee. Again, it's tracking above the ankle toward second toe. Do your best to keep the torso, those sidelines nice and long. Stay very upright. So this is a warrior two lunge. Then reach the arms out wide. And just for fun, reach up, re-emphasize length of spine, length of sides, and then bring the arms back to parallel. Traditional pose is to turn the palms toward the earth and gaze over the hand in front. Just like you did in the beginning when you were reaching into the hands and doing your ear toward shoulder, just feel that strong reach into the hands and the strength of the arms, the stretch through hands and arms, maybe into the shoulders. The turn of the head gives a little bit of a stretch to the neck. All right, straighten that right leg, hands to hips. Side bend, drawing this hip crease back, sideways stay long. You might easily reach your shin or ankle or floor, or you can use the chair seat for support. Right, so find support for the hand wherever it's best for you. Turn the chest open, reach to the sky with that left hand. This is extended triangle. If it's right for your neck, you can continue to look up at the hand. If it's not, maybe gaze straight forward. Triangle pose. Stay with that full yogic breath that you created in the beginning. All right, press into the feet, reach into the hand, rise up. Bend the right knee once again. Knee above ankle, knee towards second toe. You might notice maybe at this point it's comfortable to take a deeper lunge. If that's true, your feet can go further apart from front to back. If it's not, it's okay. And so that strong lunge with the hips, the chest open toward the long edge of your mat. Hands to hips, side bend. Bring right forearm to thigh, light touch. Drag your left fingers over your side, over your ear, stretch long. Extended side angle. You might have a lot of flexibility and you're comfortable bringing the hand either to hold the shin or to the floor. Those are great options if that's right for you. All right, come back to warrior two, arms parallel to the floor. Then come back fully upright. Hands to hips. Turn the toes toward the long edge of your mat. Link the hands behind you. So I'm just going to turn to show you the arms are as straight as we can have them. If that really doesn't work well, you can always bring hands to your back, drawing the elbows toward each other. And then just a little lift of the chest forward and up. And then fold forward any amount, hinging at hip creases, keeping spine long. Crown of head toward the floor. Press into feet, reach into hands, bend the knees a little bit, rise up. And release the hold. All right, if you have enjoyed using the chair, you can move it to the left side of your mat. So just heel toe in enough that it's easy to turn and get that prop. And take your wide step once again. Turn the left toes toward that short edge of the mat. Outside edge of right foot parallel to back edge of mat. And then bend. Left knee, it's above the ankle. That knee's tracking toward middle toes. This inner line of the leg, staying nice and open. So knee is not turning in, right, toward the middle toes. Sideways long, very upright spine long. And then, reach up. Get extra length through your spine, through your sideways. And then bring arms parallel to the floor. And then turn palms toward the earth. And gaze over the left hand. All right, straighten the left leg, hands to hips. Side bend, keeping sides long, hinge at hip crease. Left hand comes to light support, whether it's leg, floor, or chair, seat. Turn the chest open toward your right, and then reach the right hand up. Again, if it's right for your neck, turn to look at that hand. If it's too much of a strain, there's no reason not to look forward. All right, press into the feet. Reach into that top hand, rise back up. Make your way back to your warrior two. Nice, safe bend, knee above ankle. Maybe you've just opened up a little bit and you find that knee is going farther than above the ankle. If that's true, you can take more space between the feet from front to back. Long sides, long spine, and then left forearm to thigh. Not leaning on the leg, just light support to maintain your length and lift. And then slide right fingers over side, over ear, stretch long. Again, support can also be on chair seat or the floor. Arm behind the left lower leg. All right, make your way back to your warrior two. And then straighten the left leg, release the arms. Turn the toes toward the long edge of your mat. Hands to hips, long spine, fold forward. Walk your hands down your legs. Now bring the left hand either to the floor or over to the right shin. And then turn open toward the right, reach to the sky. Unwind your twist. Bring hands to legs or floor. Walk the hands over either right hand on left shin or it can stay on the floor. Open the chest toward the left. Reach to the sky with that left hand. Unwind your twist. Bring hands to hips, bend the knees slightly, press into feet, pull belly in, rise up. Great. Walk the feet together, heel toe. All right, if you have enjoyed using a chair, bring it back to the short edge of your mat on the right. Step your feet wide apart. You can always bring your hand of support on a block or the floor as well. Turn the right toes toward that short edge. Root that foot down strongly, just like you do in mountain pose. Bend the right knee, reach forward, reach out as long as you can, either to the floor or to chair seat, and then transfer all your weight into that right foot. Step the left foot closer and lift that left leg parallel to the floor. We do our best to keep the right toes facing straight forward toward that short edge. Stay here. If you fall out of balance, just come back. So stay here or reach to the sky. Doing our best to keep hip above knee, knee above ankle with that standing leg. Balancing half moon. This might be very easy for some of you. You might decide to hold the top of the foot or the ankle for half bow shape. Just a possibility for those who need that little extra challenge. All right, lower down slowly, bend the right knee. Very nice. If you're using the chair, move it to the left side. Step your feet wide apart. So the left foot will be a couple feet back from the chair. Turn the toes toward that short edge. Reach for either chair seat or floor. You have to bend the front knee to create that long reach. I actually need to step a little further back, a couple feet. But then transfer all your weight to that left foot. Keep those toes pointing straight toward the short edge on that side. Open the chest toward the right, toward the side wall that you're facing. Right leg straight and strong. And then perhaps reach to the sky. Again, if this is really an easy balance for you, you can always give yourself more challenge by reaching for ankle or top of foot. All right, lower down. And come to mountain pose. So feel the balls of the feet, the toes rooting down. Feel support in the heels, that lift of the inner arches. Just a tiny bit more weight into the balls of the feet. Crown of head towards sky. Just a chance to be in active stillness. This is a strong standing posture, keeping your spine long, really rooting into the feet. But not a lot of movement, so it can be easier to come back to more awareness of your breath. Okay, very nice. Let's do one more standing posture, and then we'll do some work on the floor. Then turn toward the short edge of your mat. Hands to hips. Step the left foot forward, the right foot back. You can use the chair seat for balance and support if you'd like. Then turn the right heel toward the center of the mat. Those toes are just slightly out to the right. Press strongly to the feet, bring hands to hips, rise up. So this is a warrior one lunge. We're facing hip points forward toward that short edge of the mat, rooting strong into the feet to find more balance. You can act like you want to bring your legs together like a scissoring action. So you're firmly rooting to the feet, but pulling the front one back, a little bit pressing the back forward. And really notice the outside edge of the foot. Okay, so finding that for more balance, perhaps that's helpful. You can think of outer hips drawing in toward each other. Your inner legs as if they were pressing into a surface. Still keeping knee above ankle. This opening, not swaying in. And then reach the arms out wide and float the arms up. Warrior one. Some people really enjoy taking a stronger back bending shape. So it's possible that you would enjoy bringing your palms together, lifting the chest a little more, or stay very upright, arms a little wider apart. Bring hands to hips. Step the back foot forward. Feet will be hip joint distance apart to start. And then step the left foot back, a nice big step. Bring knee above ankle, the front leg. So you might have a very wide lunge. It might be your feet are a little closer together. Those back toes are turned slightly out. All right, then this time, see what it's like. Instead of reaching out first, reach forward first. Turn the palms toward the ceiling, and then slowly reach up. The palms will turn in toward each other. Again, you might need more distance between your feet to have knee above ankle. You might enjoy more of a back bending shape. All right, hands to hips, step the back foot forward. All right, if you've been using a chair, go ahead and move it out of your way completely. And then come onto your belly on the floor. Sorry about that. So on your belly. And prop yourself up. Hands, palms down. Rest your chin on the top of that. The hands. Just settling into this position, lying on the floor. Take full breaths. Feel the front body moving against the floor. Maybe pushing into the floor a little more as you inhale, lifting away a little bit as you exhale. On your next exhale, continue to lift the belly away from the floor a little bit. Pull the belly in. Keep that action, but keep your breath full. Do your best not to hold your breath. So keep that nice little lift of the belly. And then press firmly into the tops of your thighs, tops of your feet. Keep all of that support. Slowly slide the hands, palms down, close to your middle side ribs. And then lift just from the lower ribs. Use your upper back to lift the chest. If it's comfortable for your back, you can press into the hands and lift a little higher, but not beyond belly button level for cobra. right, lower down once again. Rest the head, chin or forehead. Continue to rest chin or forehead on your hands. And lift just your right leg. You can lift it as high as you'd like. Press into the front of the left leg and the top of the left foot. Notice the work that's happening in your back body to create the lift. Lower that leg back down. Lengthen and lift just the left leg. Lower that leg. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down. They're long by your sides. Rest chin or forehead on the mat. Press into tops of thighs. Lift the belly to lengthen your low back. And then release the legs from the mat. Lift the legs. Stretch long into the fingers. Lift the chest. Use the upper back. Reach into those hands for a variation of locust. Lower down. Rest, either turn your head to one side for 2 breaths, the other side for 2 breaths, or rest the head on the hands. All right, then prop yourself up on your forearms. Turn your right forearm slightly in, so the hand slightly towards center. It's like a diagonal. This will just give you a little more support as you then bend the left knee. Reach left hand for either top of foot or ankle. Some people like to hold the inside edge of the foot, so the big toe edge. Find the place that's right for you. And then press the foot into the hand. This creates a half bow shape. If you've been practicing a while, you might enjoy doing a full bow where you would hold both feet at the same time. All right, release the hold. If you're doing full bow, you can do a second round of that posture. If you're working with the half bow with me, now the left forearm will be the support to keep the chest lifted. Bend the right knee, reach right hand, either top of foot, ankle, or inside edge of foot. Kick foot into hand, lift the chest. Release your hold. And make your way up to a kneeling position. Bit of a challenge for me today. A little bit of a fall yesterday. All right, sit to the heels. And then slowly bring belly toward thighs. Lower the head. You can rest the arms, drape them along your sides, or reach forward. Just a variation of what we call child's pose. You might also enjoy bringing the knees out wider. Sometimes that's more comfortable for people. If the head doesn't easily reach the floor, you can stack the hands for support. But slowly lift up, walk the hands in towards your legs. Then come to a seated position with the legs extended in front of you. Bring hands to by your hips for support and scoot forward with the pelvis. Then slowly lower onto your back. Walk the feet comfortably close to the sit bones. You can think of it as ankles under knees. Find good support in the feet, just like you do when you're standing. And then curl just your tail away from the floor. So most of the pelvis will still be on the floor. Lift just your tail. And then press strongly into the feet. Lift your whole pelvis. Slowly lift the hip points more and more. Notice if you feel well supported from the feet, you can always walk them closer or farther away or wider or closer together. Find the place that's right for you. And then either just press into the backs of the upper arms, maybe taking robot arms, or if it's an easy reach for you, you might clasp the hands underneath you. Walk arms in closer together, underneath the upper back perhaps. And then lift the chest a little more. It's not chin toward chest, it's chest toward chin. All right, release the hold of the hands and slowly lower onto the back. Rolling down slowly, little by little. Once you're fully released down, just soften the back muscles, relax the front body, relax the arms. Let's do bridge another time. Press into the feet, curl just the tail, and then lift the whole pelvis. Get even better support from the feet and legs. Lift hip points a little higher, and start to lift the chest toward the chin. Find the good support from the arms, whether it's just the backs of the upper arms or taking a clasp so that it's easier to walk the arms closer together. If you have a hold, release the hold, slowly lower onto your back once again, little by little. Once your back is fully resting, bring the right leg in, knee towards shoulder, and then slowly straighten the left leg along the mat. Pull belly toward thigh, knee toward ankle. On your exhale, emphasize that drawing in motion. And on inhale, emphasize length through that the left leg. Press the whole back of that left leg into the mat. All right, then support the right leg with the left hand over top of the shin. Reach the right arm strongly out to the right. Press it into the floor. And then pull the right leg over to the left for a twist. The right foot can rest on the inner left leg or the floor, depending on your body. Slowly turn the head to look to the right fingers. And then very slowly turn, look to the ceiling. And then look to your left, roll to your left. And then bring the turn of your head to the place that feels best to you. Now come back onto your back, fully centered. Release that right foot to the mat. Bend the left knee as well. And then lift left thigh toward upper body. Draw belly toward thigh, knee toward shoulder on that side. Then slowly extend the right leg long. Press the back of that leg into the mat. Press forward into the sole of the foot, into the heel. Very active. Then continue to support the left shin with the right hand. Reach the left arm strongly out to the left. Root that down. Then bring the left leg over to the right for a twist. Foot can rest on inner leg or on the floor. Keep your steady, full breath. And find the turn of the head that's right for you. All right, come on to your back once more. Bring the soles of the feet flat to the mat. Lift the right leg, hold behind the thigh, and slowly straighten the leg with the sole of the foot open toward the sky. If this is too strong a stretch, then the leg can be slightly bent. And then slowly straighten the left leg along the mat. Again, if that's too much, that leg can stay bent as well. And then lift your upper body toward the right leg. Walk your hands up the leg any amount more. And then lower the upper body and the head back down. Lift upper body toward the leg. Walk the hands farther up the leg if that can happen with challenge, not strain. Lower the upper body and the head back down. One more like that. Lift up, walk up, and lower. All right, bend the right knee. Bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Draw the left leg in, hold behind the thigh. And then straighten the leg, sole of the foot toward the sky. Slowly extend the right leg long. Lift upper body toward that left leg. Walk the hands up. And lower the upper body and the head back down. Once again, lift up, walk up, and lower. Lift up, walk up, lower. Bend the left knee. Bring the soles of the feet flat to the mat. Then draw both thighs close to your upper body. Hold the shins or behind the thighs. Then hold the tops of your knees and slowly pull the legs around in circles, rocking on the back of the pelvis, a little massage against the floor. And then the other direction. All right, bring the feet to the mat. Reach the arms long beyond your head. Stretch long. Press into the feet, lift the pelvis, and then lengthen your low back and slowly set the pelvis back down. And then slide the arms out to your sides until they're just comfortably away from your body. Palms up. Slowly walk the feet toward that end of your mat, the foot end of your mat. Slowly straighten the legs. So this is traditional position for resting posture in yoga. If this is not comfortable, if you have pillows at home, you can always put a pillow under each thigh. If you don't have something available, just keep the knees bent. If it's too uncomfortable for the low back, to have the legs extended. If your neck is uncomfortable, some height under your head, whether it's a folded blanket or a pillow, often those are available at home. Another possibility, if you have the chair, if you've been using a chair, you can very slowly bend the knees, roll onto one side, and bring the chair in. Turn it so there's plenty of space on the sides of the chair. And bring your lower legs onto the chair seat. So this can be a nice way to make the low back comfortable if you find that it's not comfortable with your legs straight out. All right, so your Shavasana position, your resting posture, once you've gotten comfortable, close your eyes if you'd like. Bring your attention to your breath. Each breath in, bringing in fresh energy. Each breath out, helping you to relax a little more, let go of any effort that's not needed. This is a time for rest for the body and mind. If we notice we're lost in thought, bringing our attention back to our breath is a very powerful way of coming back to this time for rest and rejuvenation. It doesn't matter how many times we make that effort. Letting go of effort in the body, keeping our attention on our breath to help with relaxation for the mind. If you can, doing your best not to strain in any way or hold your breath at all. Notice your next inhale, how long that breath in lasts. And then see if you can make your exhale longer than the breath in. Lengthening the breath out is a great way to relax a little more. We're emphasizing that letting go part of the breath. So still taking full breaths in, but extending the length of the exhale. So 3 more breaths in this way. When those are complete, start to move fingers and toes, hands and feet. Slowly slide the arms out to the side, long beyond your head. Stretch long. And then bend your knees. If your legs are on the chair seat, bend the knees, draw the legs in, roll onto one side. Give yourself a little time there, support your head. Then come up to a seated position. You can stay on the mat or come to the chair. Take your time, either way. Once you're seated, just take a nice long spine. Keep that breath very full. You can continue to emphasize the breath out if you'd like. I will close with a yoga tradition. If you'd like to join me, palms together, hands to heart, recognizing that yoga does mean union. Movement and breath, body, mind, heart. Connecting with all. Yoga greeting simply meaning the highest in me sees and honors that in you. Namaste. Thank you everyone for joining me. I will be doing a class it will be aired on Wednesday morning. Most likely it'll be live at that time, but it will be aired 7:45 on Wednesday morning. And that class is designed to be have a little more of a focus on strength building. So I hope to see you there. I hope you can join me. Again, thank you. Have a wonderful day.